Alright everybody, so here we are again, video number 3, and I'm going to do everything I can to get through this. It's been a long, sick week, but looking back at my preventive classes, I grew up back in the late 70s, early 80s, and back then drug abuse was like not really a discussion that was brought up. It was kind of taboo, and me and my cousin would often, my parents or my aunt had parties. We'd often sneak around and, kind of enjoy little sips of alcohol back then. And of course, we had Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign, and we didn't really think much of it back then. I mean, that was the only thing that we really had. We didn't have much growing up in school, and nobody told us any different. Our parents didn't, teachers, etc. We just heard a lot about it on the TV. And of course, back then on the TV, we didn't have as many channels as we are fortunate enough to have now. And during those periods too, especially in the early 80s, I lost some friends to what's called a speedball. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. It's heroin and cocaine mixed, and you shoot it up, and it raises the heartbeat and slows it down, and it was kind of sad, and not kind of, but obviously sad and tragic, and not the way anybody wants to see a friend pass away, let alone have a family lose another family member. But we all went about our lives. I mean, what more can you do? And I had my son in the mid-'80s, and it really wasn't until the late 80s when he was diagnosed with ADHD and then subsequently schizoaffectiveness and hospitalized for two different stays at 3 months apiece in a psychiatric unit, that my life really began to change, and I started to reflect back on, what could I do, what shouldn't I do. And at that point, when he was getting bullied and put into various programs, that I decided that I wanted to go work in special ed. And it was then that really opened me up to who I was, and how I could maybe help and stop different various things. And one of the programs that I really truly participated in was the DARE program. And there, the officer comes in and works with the students and, the teacher. And of course, I was the parent in the room at the time, and the other students. And the genuality of the other students that actually helped me with my students that I worked with was just overwhelming. It showed me that the character that took me all these years to find myself in was actually sitting in these 4th and 5th graders in my classroom. And, maybe the preventive methods from just this program possibly have overlaid into this group of 4th and 5th graders. And some of these kids, and in fact my own children, were not in this particular DARE program. They were in the same grade level at the time, but I've seen them all at graduation, and of course now my kids are 20 and 21, but I've seen them since then, and they've gone off to college. They're doing well, and this program worked. In the future, I'd love to see more preventive services done besides DARE. Obviously I'd like to see the kids start at a much younger age, because I really think that our problem with drug abuse is huge, and my beliefs are now that I really think we should really be starting with our physicians' offices and really educating our parents more, because I think if my parents had educated me more and had more talks with me, that perhaps it wouldn't have taken me so long to find out who I was inside. So I made it through the video, and my voice is still here. Thanks for sharing. It's been great doing videos with everyone. Looking forward to hearing the rest of all your videos. So thanks again. Bye.